All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great NFL Sunday, man. I promise you guys, watching like 3 games at, one time. My literally head just spinning, man. So let's talk about it, man. Where we at? Make sure I got my stuff up right. The Dallas Cowboys get done a favor by the New York Giants. All right. I gotta be honest. I did not see New York winning this game. I thought the Eagles would come in and win this game handedly. Oh man, it was one of those games where you're like, Hurts was just not there today. Like, they couldn't get nothing going in the passing game. Let me see the box score here. Hurts was 14 of 31, 129 yards, and 3 interceptions. Now we all know. Actually, I'm a fan of Jalen Hurts. I rooted for him at Oklahoma more than I really did for him at Alabama. But just to watch the type of player he is, he's a try hard guy. He puts the work in, man. So I got full confidence that he's just only going to get better and better and better. But he's been playing well up to this point. But it was just, they just couldn't make the plays down the stretch. When you look at the 2 drops by Rager, you go, oh, no. If you're an Eagle fan. I'm not an Eagle fan, so I didn't do none of that, but I'm just saying. But looking at the Eagles in this game, it just never felt like they was able to run the ball. Hurts had 8 carries for 77 yards. Scott had 15 for 64 yards. Sanders had 9 for 64 yards. So they had over 200 yards rushing, did the Eagles in this game. So, whenever you get 200 yards rushing, you should win that game because there's a great chance you win in time of possession. But it just felt like the passing game was just so lackluster for the Eagles today. Their leading receiver was Gainwell, who 32 yards. Jalen Rager, who had the 2 drops, had 2 catches for 31 yards. I don't know how Philly fans feel about Rager, but it's not looking like it's panning out too well for him right now. Those were 2 big drops, man. You're talking season-altering drops, right? Like, that was, like, let's keep it real, Philly had a faint chance of catching the Cowboys in the NFC East. But that game right there that kept them in that hunt, and said if the Cowboys don't get their ish together soon, then you'll look at this game, you'll go, okay, if we can get this one right there, in this game we have to have. But they wasn't able to get it done. And when you're not able to take advantage of the opportunities given to you, there's a great chance that you'll have games like you'll have a problem reaching the playoff. Now they're still wide open for the wild card, so that's going to be interesting to see how all of that plays out. But all in all, man, you got to admit this was a heartbreaker for the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow, well, hell, the 76ers had a heartbreaker last night as well, so that ain't saying much, man. But all in all, though, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the New York Giants, and I'm like, man, like, okay, first of all, Saquon Barkley, 13 carries, 40 yards. And I know he's just getting back from the injury, so they're hopefully next year, because they got about knee high to a dug as in getting into the playoffs right now. But hopefully next year you can see the Saquon of old a little bit, because I mean, when he first came into the league, those one-on-one tackles just wasn't happening. Good luck trying to catch him, trying to tackle him one-on-one. Now it's done with ease, and it's just been injury after injury for this guy. But you know what? Shouts out to him, getting back out there, getting his feet back up under him. Hopefully, he can get back to. I'm not hoping too much success for him as long as he's with the Giants. There have been rumors of them talking about getting rid of Saquon. I don't know how legitimate that is, but if it happens, I don't know how I feel about that. But Daniel Jones, man, 19 of 30, 202 yards, 1 touchdown. This game was a real pedestrian game, guys. We're not going to act like it wasn't. But at the same time, when you look at when you watch these games, you're like, yo, if the Giants made this adjustment, do this, do that, do this, they could be right in these games. They could have a much better record. Sometimes Daniel Jones look like Danny Dimes, and then sometimes he just look like All in all, though, man, Galladay, I think that was a great pickup for them. He had 3 receptions for 50 yards. Slayton, 3 receptions for 40 yards. Ingram, 3 receptions for 37 yards. That's another guy that I was like, as a Cowboy fan, I was really, really nervous when they drafted him. I was like, ooh, they got Ingram. It's going to be hell in New York. Just didn't pan out that way. And I ain't too mad about it. But anyway, man, I know this had to be disheartening for Eagles fans. They're a tough team. They're going to keep fighting. This game was hurtful, to say the least, for the Philadelphia Eagles. But hey, they got the dub, they got the victory. I guess that's all that matters. Going forward, of course, they got to fight for that. They got to fight for that opportunity to get into the and to get into the playoffs. It was just an ugly game, guys. I'm trying to make the most out of it, but it was a real ugly game. It was like 0-3 at half. Like, it wasn't much really here to write home about, if I'm being honest. But for the Cowboys, man, this is what the Cowboys kind of got bailed out a little bit in this game, because I had the Eagles winning this game. And if the Eagles win in this game, it put a little bit more pressure on the Cowboys. But with the Eagles losing this game, you go, all right, Dallas, well, that's that. Like, they pretty much, it'd be hard for someone for them to not win the NFC East. And that's a good thing for me and a bad thing for me, because that scared me, because I don't want Dallas at this point of where they at right now taking their foot off the gas. All right, that's the one thing I do not want Dallas doing. Blah, man. Whew, this division of cakewalk, we good. Yeah, then you have no momentum going into the playoffs, and then you bounce out like a bad trampoline. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing that scared me. For the Dallas Cowboys, though, if you haven't heard, Terrence Steele and some other people, they got to get this stuff under control, Dallas. God, they got to get this thing under control. Yeah, you called a break today, but you called a break with the Eagles losing, but that's about the only break you got. But anyway, man, for the Philadelphia Eagles, there was a gut wrencher. This one hurts. Eagle fans, I know it hurt. This is a game you should have won. No ifs, ands, or buts about this. You got to shoot it fair and square. Got to tell it like an IS is. This is a game they should have won. For some reason, they just didn't come out. Maybe they thought they had this one in the bag, and the Giants had other plans. For the New York Giants, it's a building block. It's a stepping stone. Hey, we can win against division rivals. Let's build on this for next week, and let's start building on this thing. I don't know how much they want to build. I don't know their draft plans, but we'll see. But anyway, congratulations to the New York Giants, to the Philadelphia Eagle fans. That was a tough one, bro.